So today we're going to do a battery swap and a dot connector change on this guy here. This guy here, what you're going to want to do is this little gray part here, you're just going to want to pop it off, and it's going to reveal a few screws underneath here. So we're going to go ahead and remove that, and then we'll remove the screws there. So all I'm going to use is one of these smudgers from a cell phone repair kit, and I'm just going to put it in there, pop it up. There's just a few tabs around it, pretty easy to get off. And once you get a little bit of it up, you can just pop it up, and there we go. So we have 1, 2, 3 little Phillips head screws there. So I'll just go ahead and remove those. There we go. So the good thing about this, there's not too many screws to take out on this repair. So make sure you don't lose them. I like to make a little row when I'm taking them out, so I know exactly where they go. So now that we have that, I'm going to remove the back shell here. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take that smudger and I'm going to go along the bottoms. Oh, I guess we can take the stylus pen out. So I'm just going to go along the bottom here. I'm just going to get it where I can get to it. Stick that smudger in there. And then just go around the unit there. It's going to come up pretty easily after a little bit. There we go. Still didn't get that one. And there we go. We've gotten the back off. So now that we've replaced the battery in it, now we can go ahead and get the new dock connector installed here. So I've got my new dock connector here. And let's go ahead and get that in there. I guess I should peel up my tape here. All nicely sealed back up here once I'm done. Okay, I'm just going to put the tape over top there. I've got my screw holes already lined up there. So I'm just going to put those screws in, and then I'm going to put the ribbon connector on, and then I'll put it back together and then fire it up and make sure everything's working as it should. The first thing I do before I fire it up is I'll probably test the jack. Plugging that in will allow me to know that it's working right away without having to wait for it to turn on, because it should automatically kick in the charge level for the battery. And there we go, just make sure everything's where it needs to be. So with these ribbons, they are pretty finicky and you can wreck them, so just be careful with them. I've wrecked a few in the past, but that's just due to the nature of what I was working on. It was unavoidable. I want to make sure that goes all the way in where it should. Should line up nicely there. And then we go ahead both sides of the tab there while you bring it down, and that should connect it. Now we can go ahead and just test the port right now to make sure that we do have it all lined up. Okay, so I'm just going to plug it in, give it a quick test, and so we got the adapter plugged in. We just want to make sure that it is charging like it should. So far it looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and get the back put back on right now, and I'm going to let this charge up and make sure I get a full battery out of it. Okay, so let's get this back together. We're just going to put it on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on from the bottom. We do bottom first, and then go up top. Okay, so now the bottom's all snug. I'll just go around the sides and make sure they snap into place. There we go. Now that's all back together. Now we can get those 3 screws for the top back in. So we'll just go ahead and put those back in. There we go. That's perfect. Just going to double check everything there. Okay. Now we'll put this guy back on here. And this is where it snaps into place. And then just double check, go around the unit, just make sure everything's in. So now we're going to do one last test to make sure she's charging up. I'm going to go ahead and let this charge up all the way. Now that I know it's working, I can get it all cleaned up, and then I'll get it back in there and get it back to the customer. So please check out my other videos. Make sure you like and subscribe today. It goes a long ways. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, by all means, please email me, and I'll take everyone's comments into consideration. Or if you have something that you'd like repaired, by all means, you can even email me and we can get that sent in to me, and I can help you out with that. So thank you everyone for watching. You have a wonderful day and take care, eh? Oh, here we go. I forgot. I'm going to use this stuff here. This is my last bottle of it. I can't find it anywhere. This Omni Clean. Eventually I'll post below what I would recommend here. A good glass cleaner for phones, tablets, computer screens. So I'll just get that all nicely cleaned up. When you're giving something back to a customer or anything like that, you want to make sure she is pretty. Even though it comes to you sometimes looking pretty messed up, you want to make sure it goes back to them all nice and shiny. There we go. So now I'll get that back in the case, and away I go. So have a good day everyone. Take care, eh?